Well, how about this? People looking for Christmas gifts at IKEA stores in the GTA this holiday season will also be able to partake in an all-you-can-eat Swedish-style buffet. Finally, this is a thing. The annual event features unlimited offerings of Christmas ham, salmon, cheese, gingerbread, and, of course, Swedish meatballs. What about the hot dogs, people?
What about?
While IKEA's location in North York has already put on its Christmas celebration, locations in Vaughan and Etobicoke will be hosting their parties tomorrow. Tickets for the event cost you only $20 and can be purchased in store. You know, we're trying to figure out right now a place for our show Christmas party.
Yeah.
Might I suggest?
It's only $20.
Let's do it at IKEA.
You know, that's a good deal.
For that price.
Those kitchens are going to have a hard time keeping up. I think this is a way for them to try and get, bodies back in the stores too, because IKEA's been having, their sales are good apparently, online.
Online, yeah.
Growing steadily, but not so many people coming into the big box stores.
Oh, so we get the foot traffic.
Yeah.
IKEA and every other retail store in the world, yeah.
I wish people could have seen, as you were reading this story, the excitement. Like, not only was he excited because this was happening, but you were like, and you were like, as you were reading it, I thought about you when I was reading this morning, but you're right, no hot dogs and no, is it Lincolnberry juice? What's your...
That's
Good
it.
on you.
Good
Yes, the
memory.
Swedish lingonberry juice. You
Yeah.
got to wash down a couple of dogs with some delicious Swedish lingonberry juice.
I will make a phone call and make sure that they have that included in the $20 for you.
Like we used to, I went to Mac and we used to drive to Burlington sometimes. Me and my housemates would pile into the car. We'd drive to IKEA just to eat. Like maybe someone needed like a little side table or something, but really we went there to eat.
Same for Costco.
Hot dogs and a side table.
Yeah.
Same at Costco.
Costco food is
the hot dogs,
awesome.
Oh,
the pizza,
yes.
everything
Hold
for
on.
like pennies
At
on the dollar.
Costco, a hot dog and a Coke is $1.50.
Yeah.
And it's a big
How is
dog.
that possible?
And the best part is you can buy just one. You don't have to buy like six
And it's
in
quick
true Costco
turnover.
style. Yeah.
I went to Costco, and I've only been there for the second time because I don't have a membership, and for the longest time it was just
you
me.
just wait.
Oh well, when I went, I understand. I get it now. I understand why people love Costco. Usually, I walk in with the cart. I look, Mom's gone, Dad's gone, now Paul's gone for the samples. Right? That they're all eating the samples.
Yeah.
But we get to the cash, we get to the end, we cash out, and I say to Paul, I'm like, whatever you do not turn around. Do not turn around. And he's like, why? And I'm like, so sure enough, he turns around. He sees the hot dog.
The food.
He his eyes lit up. He was gone.
Wrinkly
Couldn't see
fries
him.
too.
And the
wrinkly
fries.
fries.
Yeah.
So good, those
Salty,
fries.
wrinkly fries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I know we're talking about IKEA,
No,
not
I know.
Costco.
No,
but,
big box
yeah.
store food, man. It's
Yeah, but you're right, and I would feel a little weird though if after you were done at the buffet, because you're going to get full, that you went and lay on one of the beds afterwards. Is that allowed? I think that would be okay.
I don't know.
You got to test it
I'm
out.
just testing it out.
Yeah.
I think
They
that's
could make it a whole
acceptable.
holiday
Snoring.
camp out.
Yeah.
Sleepover at IKEA.
You start using their kitchens, right? You start, like making a snack
Just
later.
remember though that the plumbing's not connected.
Oh.
Okay? We don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Okay. So this is like I guess this is lingonberry syrup. If you want, I didn't know they sell this. I guess you can maybe make your own lingonberry juice.
Add water or soda.
So whoever got Gurdeep in our Secret Santa, now you know the way to his heart.
I feel like it wouldn't be the same though. I want it out of the crappy fountain.
You want it?
Oh, look at you, so picky.
You did look to the heavens when you started reading the story. I've never seen it ever.
You know why though?
It's
It's the time of the morning where I start getting hungry. Dressing for winter can be difficult, but Italian brand Moncler has you covered. Yeah, Pooch? Moncler? Moncler? Okay. I always check with you.
And I always guess.
Oh, well, that doesn't make me feel so good.
Yeah.
So much for my safety blanket. They have released the down quilted long puffer dress to keep you, there it is, to keep you warm at holiday parties this year. The dress has a high neckline and hidden zipper in the back. If you had your heart set on the matching gloves, well, you're out of luck because they're already sold out online. Are those matching? Those
Those look like oven mitts.
Those look like, yeah.
Or you're washing the dishes.
Those look like
The rubber gloves.
yeah, or like you took your earth-rated poop bags and just lined them up your sleeves. The dresses are still available and will set you back. Any guesses?
$7.50.
Prices on the screen.
Oh my gosh.
What? 10 times what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
I can't look at those gloves anymore without thinking of what you just said.
The green poop bag.
Hygiene, though.
Earth-rated.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, because sometimes it's not big enough if you had a big dog.
By the way, does that dress remind you of anything, George?
Right off the bat, and I'm pretty sure you were right behind me, George Costanza. the giant puffy winter coat.
It's Gore-Tex.
It's Gore-Tex.
It's Gore-Tex.
Jerry, look at that thing. He looks like a linebacker from the 50s.
Everything comes back to Seinfeld, right?
I knew George's head went there because that's where mine went. Like, do you remember when he was in the liquor store and he knocked over the entire display?
Yeah.
You're like, get out, get out. He's like, I'm sorry, it's Gore-Tex.
Steal it.
I don't know what's funnier, your George Costanza impression or the actual jacket.
George's impression's better. Mine's not very good.
Man.
You know, I don't know any woman who would actually want to wear this, especially at that price. But, you know, I can see it maybe if, let's say you have an outdoor wedding, right? And, you know, you want to stay warm. Like, I could see that. But then it would have to be that if you wore this, then your date would also have to represent. So I found this online that I think would be a good thing for your date to show up in. So you and your date go to the wedding looking like this. Right?
That's Gore-Tex to the max. Oh my gosh.
Costanza on roids.
How tall do you think that guy is? I can't even see his feet.
This feels like, you know, in
thing.
cartoons when kids try to get into like something they're not supposed to be in, and they stack like 3 kids on each other's shoulders? That's what this looks like.
Can you imagine going to a wedding with that couple?
Do people do outdoor weddings in the winter? Is that a thing?
No, they wouldn't.
No, they
but
wouldn't.
with these outfits,
You could.
They could.
You could.
Yeah.
Really comfy looking though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you do that, you have to invite George Costanza.
Yeah, that's like a onesie, but just the top.
It's Gore-Tex, Jerry.
Your George is good.
All right,
Little Queens. Gore-Tex, Jerry. Gore-Tex.
we're talking sleep.
Okay.
And, you know, on this shift, and for a lot of people, you know, sleeping is hard enough to make sure you get your 7 to 8 hours a day. But
7 to 8.
well, that's what you're supposed to be getting. However, if you go to sleep at a hotel, sometimes your sleep is even worse than it is anywhere else because you're traveling and, you know, you're in a foreign bed, all of those things. So this London hotel, they created a state-of-the-art rooms that are designed to make the guests sleep like babies.
Okay.
The rooms, as you can see from these pictures, they're designed to look and inspire the feeling of being inside a womb.
Okay.
The so-called womb rooms, they feature muted lighting, soft pink walls, high-tech mattresses. Sleep technology company Simba, they created the rooms. They say they're designed to promote relaxation and REM sleep, which promotes learning and encourages dreams. So would you stay in a womb room? It's hard to say, too. Womb room.
Womb room.
I'm going back to my womb room. It also doesn't... Yeah.
You're grounded. Go to your womb room.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I'm for anything that promotes better sleep because, you know, I live by my Fitbit and I live by my sleep tracker and I average about 6 hours, which I know isn't good enough. I do like that it's kind of like a cocoon. Like I like that you're covered because I feel like it'd be very dark in there. Darkness is good. I use a sleep mask. Yes, you know what? I'm on board with it. Give me some REM sleep. Give me some deep sleep. I don't want to be awake. I don't want to be tossing and turning.
Okay.
Put me in the womb.
Let me tell you the science, though. They found that there is something called put me in the womb. I got it.
Room, yeah.
Womb room.
Yeah.
They found that there is something called the first night effect. So this happens to all of us in our brains when we stay somewhere unfamiliar, which basically means that half of our brains, they work as a night watchman. So basically they're on alert.
Oh.
Right? Just it's a safety thing. You're protecting yourself.
Yeah.
So they say that the snugness or the cocoon that you're talking about, it mutes the brain's red alert so that you're less alert in these unfamiliar surroundings.
Because I think there's a sense of security when you're sort of covered. To liken it to dogs, like this is why crates are like the safe space for dogs because they're covered. Dogs love tight spaces. They like going in little crates. They like going under beds because there's a feeling of safety and security.
It's like their womb room.
It's their womb room.
Yeah. I should also mention that I think this doesn't go far enough. I think they should offer you up a butler that also will come in. A womb butler that will rock you to sleep, cradle you in their arms, and sing you a lullaby.
I like it. I like it a lot, Pooja.
Yeah, I mean, the only place where this wouldn't work, I'm thinking, I'm just going to throw it out there, is, you know, let's say you were on a date and you want to go back to your womb room. That might be a little awkward.
Unless she's into it.
Unless that's her thing. I don't know.
I don't know, 2018, everyone's got a thing.
You got to put it on your dating profile to find out. There you go.
Good morning, family.
Morning.
Vitamin water. It is betting. This is an interesting one. I want to get your take on this. Vitamin water is betting people $100,000 that they cannot go 1 year without their smartphone.
Ooh.
Ironically, the company is encouraging people to share why they feel they're up to the challenge on social media. So you got to get on social media to get off your smartphone.
The irony.
Those interested need to use the hashtag no phone for a year and the hashtag contest on either Twitter or Instagram in order to formally sign up. The deadline to do so is January 8th. Once the contest is closed, in case you're interested in this, the company is going to pick one person to try and complete that challenge. If they make it to the 6-month mark, they get 10 Gs. If you can make it the full year, you get the grand prize of $100,000. Would you? Could you?
Well,
I found a loophole.
yeah. What is that?
I can use like anybody else's phone
No, you
for
can't.
social media.
is that-
Those are against the rules.
How
Okay.
is a tablet? Are those in the rules?
Those are in the rules.
What
You
about
cannot.
a
How about a
caveat? What
tablet?
if you're already planning to go somewhere very remote for a job for a year that has very bad cell phone service and you wouldn't have needed the phone anyways?
Well, then
is that a caveat?
that's great.
That's
I mean,
what
that
it
would
would
Do
perfect.
it.
They
What about
probably
your
wouldn't pick you
tablet?
though.
They probably won't pick, yeah, because it's
You don't
already
tell
built
them
in.
that part.
Yeah.
What about
about
your
your
tablet? What if you have a tablet? Are you allowed to use your tablet?
You're not allowed to be near any of that stuff.
Computers?
So,
What about on your computer?
No, now that
Remembering
doesn't
your
mean that
passwords?
you can't necessarily. I think you can go to an actual
Yes.
physical computer. I think you can do that.
Cyber cafe.
Yeah, but
Remember
it's
those?
one of those
Yeah.
things when you're
Yeah.
on the go, you wouldn't have access to your smartphone.
Do you know, and I'm just putting all these questions to you, like
Do
you
it.
came up with this contest.
Yeah.
Do you know how they regulate it? Like, do they have someone tracking you for you? How do
Yeah,
they know you're
because
not?
they're going to give you like a flip phone from like way back. It doesn't have any capabilities. You may be able to text like old school style, but
like that.
but they even say no texting. It's not allowed. So
You're allowed to call
Texting.
people, though.
you're allowed to call people.
How come you can't
okay.
text? Text is not social media.
But it's still
So you
something.
can't even be
But it says
social.
you can't use a smartphone.
At
so.
all.
Yeah.
Are flip phones smart?
I think instead of giving them a flip phone, they should give them a smartphone and then try to tempt them.
That's
Yeah,
the
good luck.
challenge.
Right, because then it's like it's right
Yes,
beside,
I
it's
agree.
right there. You have access, and you still have to go without. Oh, look, our producers aren't even doing their work.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Millennials, good luck.
Yeah, right.
My phone now, I've got a fairly new iPhone, and I guess it's just part of my new upgrade when I upgraded the software. It gives me weekly alerts on Sundays now. How much
Yep.
Screen
how much
time
I've-
and
screen
stuff?
time I didn't know
Yeah.
that. So
Oh,
I'm
me too.
and I'm
New
down
thing.
5 hours. In the last 2 weeks, down 5 hours, down 8.5 hours. I don't know if that's December things slow down news-wise, but that's significant. I'm down an hour a day.
That's good.
And I don't do social
You're
media
living.
at all.
You're living.
So I am living.
You're living,
Living my life,
George.
Good
girl.
for you.
That's the way to do it.
I'm just gonna say this right now: $100,000, not enough.
I know.
Like
Mine
I'm
is
sorry,
zero.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even consider this for a second as Chelsea and Chris take selfies.
Excuse me.
I would do it for.
They're not applying.
I would
So
need.
cute.
I would need a mil. I'd do it for a mil.
You know,
Yeah.
you figure they
No.
could
I wouldn't
cough
do it
up
for
a
$100,000.
million.
It's
That's
not
a
worth it.
year.
Yeah.
But maybe you would get your year back of life. Like, think about all the benefits of not
So
having
true,
to worry about
actually.
social media. Like, maybe it would be more rewarding than money, Gurdeep.
It probably
Maybe,
would,
maybe,
but
maybe.
No.
you need it for the job, so I need a mil.
Let's be real, right?
All right, so a vacation with your significant other is supposed to be relaxing, right? Well, there's a study that finds it could actually cause couples to fight more. Oh, yeah, definitely going to be leaning on George and Pooch for this one. Spill it, guys. According to the study, 35% of millennials, which both of you two are, right, say
Obviously.
travel-related disagreements could actually be a deal breaker for them. Some of the most common arguments include one person planning the entire vacation and couples having opposing ideas of what to do on their getaway. One relationship expert says vacations are not the ideal time to work through big conflicts and suggests relying on a quick fix until you get home to assess how serious the situation is. Ooh, do tell. What are your travel, how does it work for you guys in terms of laying everything out and the negotiating disputes, if you will?
Okay, I'll go first. I will admit, Paul and I have had some pretty epic fights on vacation. We will inevitably fight on vacation. I think personally, I don't think it's any of those things. For me, I think it's because we're spending too much time together, right? We're not used to spending that much time, and you can't leave. You can't go anywhere.
Right. There's no escape.
There's no escape.
Yeah.
You only have your hotel room and then wherever you are on, the resort or whatnot. I guess you could disappear on
Like
the
you're
resort.
not on a cruise ship. You
Yeah.
can get away from each other a little bit.
Yeah, but you got to wait for, your flight at the end of the week. So you're going to have to work it out eventually. And so the best way to work it out is to, scream it out. And then you get it out of your system and you're fine. And you're
Okay.
fine. And it's always about nonsense. It's never about anything serious.
Then you hit the buffet and you're all good.
and then the food fixes everything.
I've never had an epic blowout with Mary on a vacation. She's very affable. We get along. In past relationships, yeah. I haven't done a lot of traveling, like real, adventure traveling with significant others in the past. It's been usually like sort of just quick Caribbean vacation kind of things, which is fall down in the sun and eat a lot of food and just have fun. So I don't have a lot of experience with that, but the few I've had though, yeah. I mean, you're starting to the wheels are going in your head. How am I going to get home on my own? Am I going to see her when I get home?
Pay the
Are we-
penalty,
Yeah, do
whatever
I need
you
to
need
get
to
a
do.
lawyer here or there?
We're online
You know.
checking in right now, and we're picking different rows and aisles.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Oh,
front of
that
the
whole
plane.
thing, yeah.
Do you have an extra room at the hotel?
Yeah.
So this is good for you as a single person, just so you know. The test, and you've probably heard this before, the test of any relationship is, can you travel together, right? And it's
It
for
is.
a good reason,
Mm-hmm.
because you do spend so much time together. You do get to see how you travel. Paul and I, we have no schedule ever. We cannot travel with people who do have a schedule, because that's just not us. We like to just wake up and do whatever we feel like.
I will say, and I'll spill the beans a little bit too, not just to put on you guys, I have traveled with exes in the past. There's a reason we are exes, and some of those reasons came out on the trip. Now I only travel as a third wheel, fifth wheel, seventh wheel, ninth wheel, and even an 11th wheel one time with all my friends. All my friends are married, engaged, together in a relationship. So I don't argue. I don't have a significant other to argue with. I argue with friends' significant others. Now, I'm that guy. I'm just the third man in a fight.
Right.
You get ejected for
You're
that.
like a lawyer. You're negotiating.
You just
Yeah.
jump in, you go, so would you? And then you walk away.
Yeah, I play I drop a bomb, and then I'm like, peace.
Bye.
Yeah. Looking for love online is becoming more complicated, apparently, as new terms are added to the dating lexicon. Here is a brief summary of some of these new phrases. I'm going to read these to you, but I think Pooja is probably going to explain most of them because she's like our dating term expert, I think. Okay, so orbiting refers to when someone ignores direct messages, ignores the DMs, but still engages on social media. That's not nice.
That's fun.
Nice. No.
Curving, have you guys heard of curving?
No.
That is when people try to let others down gently. So instead of just not responding and giving someone the hint, you instead reply a few days later with a message apologizing for not getting back and saying that you'd like to hang out, you just don't have the time.
I'm so busy.
That's not good.
Yeah.
And finally, I think we've talked about this one before. Breadcrumbing refers to stringing someone along with comments on their social media feeds.
Right. And so, there's so many more, right? We could keep going. So I'm going to give you a couple more that you may or may not have heard of.
Yeah.
See, I knew you were
Kitten
gonna-
fishing.
What?
Okay?
Kitten fishing.
Kitten fishing is like
Okay.
catfishing, but you know what? In catfishing, you're pretending to be somebody that you're not. You have a different profile picture of somebody else.
my
This one you pretend to be a cat?
No. Kitten fishing is when you put up a picture, but it's like maybe like 5 years.
Oh,
of you
Okay.
it's
younger.
you, but younger.
You, but it's not. Yeah, so
Okay.
you're not really you, kind of
my
thing. Okay,
God.
zombieing. So this is one person ghosts another, only to return from the dead, like a zombie.
Oh my.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like an updated on Ghost. Okay.
Yeah. So first you're ghosted, but then they return from the dead.
Mind blown, I can see.
That's actually really good. I like that.
Insta-GRANDSTANDING. This is when you tailor your Instagram feed for the person you're interested in. So if in their profile they're
wow.
like, I love the color yellow, and then you put on a yellow shirt and take a
Yes.
picture, or they're like, I love this bar, and then you go there and you're like, just hanging out my favorite bar.
My
Oh,
favorite
you're
bar.
it's
trying
so
to get there.
complicated, man. It was so much easier in my day. You just got like your buddy, your
Jeez.
Yeah.
wingman or wing
Yeah,
woman.
wing woman, yeah.
Can find
So
out
cool.
if she likes me or tell her I don't like her.
Or write a
That's
little
it.
note.
It's phone calls and
basics,
friends.
right?
That's all we had.
Or you wrote a little note and say yes or no.
A little da, 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 da.
You guys might like this one. So benching, this is when daters are not into someone enough to commit, but they want to keep them right there on the sidelines as an option. Right
Fourth
there.
liners.
Just
Yeah.
keep them right there.
So
And then-
glad I'm not dating anymore.
I know, right? Did we talk
Hallelujah.
about the slow fade?
No.
The slow fade.
fade.
So the slow fade is a lot like ghosting. When somebody may think they're in a relationship and it's going very well, but then all of a sudden it's going to reach the next step and it doesn't happen.
Slow fade.
Complicated.
Wow.
This is scary stuff.
Yeah.
Simple, guys.
We were going to ask
It's
her.
supposed to be easy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but we were going to ask our resident millennial, Chelsea, if she had experienced any of this or done any of this. So, I mean, we're just going to her real quick. Out of all of those, which one can you relate to the most?
I've been orbited before, but I see it's honestly very passive aggressive. And who are these people? Why are they doing this to us? Regardless, orbiting is the worst. I think I might have zombied before. Our shift is so intense that I pretty much if someone messages me at nighttime and I don't answer them till the next day or a couple days later, I've zombied.
Oh, wow.
I like
Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Makes
See?
sense.
It happens, people.
It does.
There you go. All right. Coming up.
Is this giving anyone else anxiety?
Just you.
Just you.
You.
Because you're single.
I was going to say, because you're single.
An American radio host was shocked to discover a strange warning for diners on a British Airways flight. Dr. Michael Brown shared this photo on Twitter. Take a look at this. On the menu was a venison stew served with rosemary dumplings, roasted chestnuts, and wilted kale. It also included a warning about a risk of bullet fragments.
Yes, bullet fragments.
That could be found in the meal. Brown says he had a good laugh with flight attendants, but it's not clear how the air ended up on the menu. It sounded delicious as I was reading it until the bullet fragments.
That's fresh kill, I guess. Look, any butcher or you'd think chef worth his or her salt that knows how to dress a deer, you get rid of all that stuff unless you're shooting it with a machine gun or with like multiple buckshot. If it's just, I just.
So is that what you think? That's it wasn't a typo. You think that's what they meant to say?
Maybe, I don't know.
No.
Is that a joke?
Well, it's got to be a typo.
Well, I don't know.
But it's venison, right? So
yeah,
they have to.
I will say
it's a
that
wild animal hunted. There could be,
sometimes when I make like a salad for my husband, he'll be like, it's missing a little texture, needs a little crunch, right? Maybe that's what this was meant to be.
Some bullet fragments.
Yeah.
Well,
just a little.
I'm
joking, of course.
I know.
What was the story? We ran one about a typo earlier this week, and you knew what it was hors d'oeuvres. It said horse something.
Horse divers.
Yeah, and you knew what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what they were trying to say, but I think you might be right on this. I think this is an actual caution.
I've had disclaimers on things I've eaten. It's not like blowfish where 1 in 50 die if it's not prepared right, because of the poison. But look, when it comes to hot dogs, I expect to get some beaks and bums in my hot dog and claws.
No.
I expect that. It comes with the territory.
Listen,
But
I
not in my
actually went and
venison.
Googled, because this happens, right, on menus. There's often like errors. So I found a couple that I thought I would share with you.
Okay.
So take a look at this first one. Here, it looks like they use Google Translate. And so when you get to the last one, it says, I can't find on Google, but it's delicious. Right?
I'm sold.
Yeah, I'll get that one. Take a look at this next one. So if you go down, stupid questions will cost you 38 cents. At this
Nice.
restaurant, so
Okay.
I don't know.
That's a fair price.
Yeah, I'm
for
sure
their
people
time.
ask dumb questions.
I thought there were no stupid questions.
You're right. There's no such thing. And finally, take a look at this one. Homemade crab dip.
Okay.
Yeah. It's supposed to say crab.
I think
but
I'll stick with these summer house wings.
Yeah, that goes right along with the hot dogs I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Toronto street meat, the best in the world.
It is,
I mean,
absolutely.
At New York, Chicago, St. Louis.
I always like to bring a story to you.
Yep.
So this one, I'm kind of speechless on this one because I don't know.
Well, that's not good. You're telling me the story.
I'll tell you about it. You tell me if you've got some words for it. Traditional holiday decorations, if they're not your thing, an Instagram user has created a video tutorial on how to turn your behind into a Christmas wreath.
Into a Christmas,
just like
your butt
Yep.
into a Christmas wreath?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure I'm following.
Yep, they're called bum wreaths.
Oh, that one doesn't even have anything on it.
Nope, that's not appropriate. The process involves taking a pair of trousers or leggings and then cutting out the bottom and then decorating around the opening with festive items. The tutorial does warn that the holiday outfit is not ideal for chilly weather or for Christmas with the family. Gurdeep, I need you to have some words for me because I don't know what to say.
First of all, who still calls them trousers?
I love the warning. And for me, the warning is the best part, is that it needed a disclaimer that this is not something you do with the family. It's not ideal, and you will be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of acceptable if you've got like the thing underneath, but the one where it's just bare derriere is not good for anything.
Yeah, we had to show you the most PG one we could find, but they're not PG out there.
No,
I'm just telling you.
Especially after a big Christmas meal.
Exactly. I mean, maybe you wouldn't want to sit on your butt the whole time, though, afterwards, because you want to show off your bum wreath, right?
No one's sitting on my couch with bare derriere. I'm sorry. You can stand.
So, our producer, Ryan Smith, was saying, look, when we talk about this stuff, what have we covered so far on the show? I just want to remind you. Remember there was the Christmas tree hair? Right?
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
start at the top.
Yep.
Let's start with her hair. I'm going to show you a picture of Christmas tree hair.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Then we went to the eyebrows with tree brows. Okay.
Yep.
Right, making her way down.
We're festive here.
Beard baubles. Remember these?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Now I'm not going to show you this next one, but there's the bosom wreaths, which we won't show you.
Oh,
'cause
I
they're
don't
not
recall
PG.
doing that one.
Yep. Oh, they exist too. The festive thigh highs, the stockings, if you will. There's even on your toes mistletoe. Get it?
I enjoy the play on words, but ain't nobody gonna be kissing feet.
Well,
Feet are gross.
not maybe to you. A lot of people love feet.
I know that's a whole
That's a whole other thing.
genre
yeah.
of people that are into that.
And then festive shoes. So we have literally covered the entire body in festiveness.
Okay, so let
not a word,
me
but-
flip, and yeah, I feel what you're saying. If you had to do one of these trends, which one would you pick? I'm gonna turn it on you.
I think I would go with the tree brows.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew you were gonna say tree brows.
Just because I want to be animated with everybody I talk to
And
when I
they
say
will-
Merry Christmas.
And they'll accentuate your crazy eyes.
yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.